Hi everybody, my name is Max. In this video I'm going to try to talk a little bit about contraception. First of all, I'd like to dispel this myth that feminists are somehow against contraceptive rights for men. The famous American feminist and founder of Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger, in the early 20th century led the battle against the Comstock Laws in the United States. The Comstock Laws, if you're not aware, they outlawed the proliferation of contraceptive materials, including condoms for men. Eventually these laws were repealed, due in part to her efforts. So if it weren't for feminists like Margaret Sanger, simply put, men like me would not have access to what has now become our primary method of birth control, the latex condom. So in some of the videos I've seen on YouTube, people have observed that women have a whole lot more contraceptive options available to them than men do. Now, to me, this really makes perfect sense, because there's a whole lot more that goes on, right, in a woman's body during the process of pregnancy and childbirth than goes on inside the men's body. So it makes sense that they would have more options available to them in order to terminate or avoid the pregnancy altogether. Biologically speaking, regarding pregnancy and childbirth, men are nothing more, really, than sperm donors. Now, right, let me repeat that, and just to make this crystal clear, right, biologically speaking, in regards to pregnancy and childbirth, men are nothing more than sperm donors. Let me say that a third time, because I know I'm going to offend somebody. Somebody's going to say, "Oh, what are you saying? Men are worthless? Men don't mean anything?" Like, actually, no. What I said was, biologically speaking, in regards to pregnancy and childbirth, men are sperm donors. After the child is born, men have a crucial, the fathers at least, have a crucial and very important role to play in the development of the child. I'm not denying that. It's absolutely the case. But that's not the issue I'm dealing with right now. What I'm saying is, as far as pregnancy, the process of pregnancy, and carrying the child to term and giving birth, the man has absolutely nothing to do with that. The only thing the man does is donate his sperm and fertilize the egg, which then develops into a child. There is an entire industry now built around that very fact. I can go to a sperm bank and donate my sperm and never even set eyes upon or interact with or talk to the woman who essentially has my child. So my point is that pregnancy and childbirth are biologically female experiences. There's a whole progression of events that need to occur at the right time, in the right order, in order for a woman to become pregnant and then eventually bring the child to term. So therefore, naturally, there's going to be a multitude of contraceptive options available to her that address that process at each step of the way. So another issue that I'd like to address in this video is this idea that the only contraceptive option available to men, the latex condom, decreases the pleasure that they experience during sexual intercourse. So let's look at the options that women have available to them. As far as I know, the most popular class of contraceptives for women are hormonal methods of contraception, which either via a pill or a patch or a ring that you insert into the body, these methods release a certain dosage of hormone into the bloodstream, which then disrupts the menstrual cycle and makes it impossible for the body to produce a viable egg. So then there's no egg to be fertilized and there's no pregnancy. Now, the thing with all these methods is they've got side effects which aren't always pleasant. This is an inevitability with any hormonal method, with any method that actually changes that affects the natural homeostatic balance of substances inside the bloodstream or inside the body of somebody. Now, fortunately, the side effects with the birth control pill, they aren't very drastic, and we can all be really thankful for that. But they still occur. The side effects still persist. With all of the most popular birth control methods that I know of for women, the pill, diaphragm, IUD, NuvaRing, patch, any of those things, they all carry side effects. They all have health risks. They all necessitate very, additional measures of hygiene, doctor visits, all these things. You've got to remember to insert or remove the apparatus, or you've got to remember to take the pill every day. This is nothing to scoff at. It's condescending and patronizing to hear people, to hear men complain about having to use, the condom. And frankly, it's offensive and really immature. One final thing that I like to address in this video is the misogynist fantasy of the predatory woman who tricks her partner into getting her pregnant. A major subtext of the movement, the men's rights movement for the male birth control pill, is this idea that women can't be trusted to take the pill themselves, that women are out to kind of get men and trick them into getting them pregnant so that they can get child support payments, or something, right? And this is, I hate to use the word misogynist, but I can't find another word to describe this because of the way it portrays women and their tendencies. To be completely honest, if you get tricked into getting somebody pregnant, I mean, this can go two ways, right? Either A, you're a moron and you had sex with a woman, unprotected sex with a woman whom you didn't know at all, right? And you just, for some reason, you just trusted her, somebody you just met, you just trusted her that she's taking the pill, and you had no idea who she is. First night you met her, you had sex with her, and you expected, for some reason, you expected to be able to just trust her completely, right? So either that, or B, you're a moron and you've been in an extended relationship with somebody who tricked you, and for some reason you haven't, throughout the 5 years you've been with somebody, you haven't been able to figure out either when they're lying to you, or your relationship is such a shell, such a shadow of anything real that you haven't actually been able to kind of lay down common goals for you and your partner, where you would each respect each other and respect each other's wishes and desires, right? Either way, this entire fantasy situation, right, is completely avoidable by thinking about who you're having sex with, A, and having protected sex. It's just, honestly, it's just I don't know, think before you fuck next time.